Hi guys, this is Lashette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I'm back with a new video. This is to talk about the schedule for the Faeries Oracle mini study. This is the third in the intro videos. Okay, if you have not, go watch my announcement video for the Faeries Oracle mini study and the prep video with resources linked in the description down below. In the description is a link to the Facebook group where the majority of the discussion and study will be happening as a group. It's Abundant Life Tarot, run by Kim, who also has a YouTube channel. I'll link down below. So this is the third of the 5 intro videos I'll be doing. Pray for me. But it's going okay. It's going okay. Thankfully, the sun is participating and helpful. The other 2 videos are not necessary for you to watch. It will be a deck bag making video and a junk journal making video, specifically for the Faeries Oracle for me that I will be using for myself. If you are interested in such things, you can watch those, but otherwise, not necessary. The only other videos I will be making after that will be sporadically posted throughout the month of May with regards to activities or exercises that I thought would be good or cool for us to do as a group as we study this deck. So let's talk about the schedule, which is the point of this video. I made this graphic and it's pretty. That's kind of what I was going for. I made it in calendar form, and there will be a text post version explaining all of this in the Facebook group. So if you have seen that, you do not have to watch this video. This, like all the other videos, are for those who are not or who prefer to take in their information via video rather than reading. So that being said, there was 2 things I mentioned, or 3 things I guess I mentioned with regards to the plan for this study. And one, that every Sunday I would be posting or putting a post will be to have a discussion about each suit of the fairy, and that we'd start on May 1st. The third thing is that we would discuss 2 cards a day. So let's start with the first thing. If you look at the calendar I have here, and hopefully I can zoom in, but if not, there are actually 6 suits, not 5, of the Fae categories here in the book. And I forgot that one card, the first card, 0 card, the Fairy Guide, is a whole separate section on its own. But it's 1 card, whereas all the other suits are 13 cards. So what I did is, on the calendar here, you can see May 1st says Fairy Guide. All the other categories are all on Sundays as well, except for one, and that is on May 3rd. So I just thought this works so that we're not going in too deep into June and interfering with the Plant Spirit Oracle study that will be happening then. So going through the calendar, May 1st, first thing we have is the Fairy Guide. On May 3rd, we have the second suit, the Singers of the Realm. On May 8th, the She. May 15th, the Fairy Guides and Guardians. And May 22nd, the Helpline Troop And May 29th, the Fairy Challengers. So those are when I will be posting something to basically a text post and probably a little picture, so we can discuss those under those posts. But they will be available all throughout the week, so no, you shouldn't have any issues with that. I wanted to give a little bit of time for some of the activities, and before we started pulling individual cards or discussing individual cards, so I don't have the daily discussion starting until the 3rd as well, where we start with 0 and 1. The numbers are all the numbers of the cards. Alright, so you look at the day and you see those numbers, you look for those corresponding cards, and we're going in numerical orders from 0 to 65 to cover all 66 cards in the deck. And on those days for those numbers, make a post with pictures of the 2 cards, discussion questions, and we can discuss in the comments underneath those. At any point, even if you join later, feel free to come in and say what you have to say about those cards. Now, the only other thing on this calendar are the activities. And I tried to keep them pretty basic. But there's some, like I said, that I feel are more powerful if we do them before we start really looking at cards. So doing divination and that kind of thing. So we've got May 1st, first impressions. We'll talk about and discuss our first impressions of the deck. If you do a video about this, feel free to share that as well. Even though this might not be on May 1st, if you do it later, you can come back to that post and post that. Also, we'll be sorting, and again, there will be individual videos explaining the process of these, so go right ahead and watch those if need be, but there will always be those text posts in the group. On May 2nd, there will be the deck insights task, exercise, activity. I cannot decide which word I want to use to describe these. We skip a day, the 3rd, and on May 4th, we do the power cards activity. Now, some of these activities are in the guidebook. So if you've had this deck for a while and used it before, you might have done these. And I suggest, if you have, maybe going and doing them again, unless it was really recent. It would be interesting to see, I think, the difference between you then and you now. The next activity would be posted on May 9th. That is the deck interview, and that is a spread. And on May 18th, meditate with a card. May 20th, hello, my name is. May 25th, draw or create your fairy guide. On May 27th, a 1-card character. On June 1st, fairy ring spread. And on June 3rd, we will return to the power cards. So, we want to look at those once again, and not just the power cards, but also the deck insights. If you want to do daily card pulls, I personally would suggest that you not start until after you do the power cards, but maybe even after you do the deck interview. You know, it's coming up. You can do your own deck interview. You don't have to do the one that I will show, but just me to fully get into reading these intuitively if you haven't already. So that's what I left the second week for, daily card pulls. You can do daily card pulls at any point. I am not your mother. I am not going to punish you. We will not shame you in the group. And you should feel free to share those when you can inside the group. It's interesting, and we will do a check-in also midway through the month for the deck insights and power cards as well. But yeah, that is our schedule. I hope this makes sense. I hope like you can just look at it and know that something's coming on that day, basically. If you have any questions, any suggestions about this image, let me know. If you have any suggestions about other activities we could do, please let me know as well in the comments down below. If you're watching this in the Facebook group, in the comments for that. And enough people want to do it, we'll make it a group thing. But that is all about the schedule, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell so you know when those videos are coming out. There's a link in my description to all that I've talked about, and a downloadable version of this, as well as a 10% off discount code to my Etsy shop, where I offer readings as well as natural bath and body products, and links to my other social media if you would like to follow me on any of those. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you.